Yo, 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 yo.
Yo, 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 yo.
Yo, I only got 55 minutes.
Hold on. So not only you, and not only you told me it's gonna be 1:45 sharp.
Sharp.
You come on the 15 now. It's 2 o'clock, not sharp. And now I got only 55 minutes.
55-minute podcast. If you got some motherfucking questions, let them eat. But just know that today I got my WAL interview.
Interview. Why the CEO needs an interview? I thought they just gonna give you the position.
I did too.
You have to go to the orientation, have to claim for your uniform, get the cash back for that 2 weeks after the fact.
I gotta take a drug test as well today.
Oh man, you gotta pee in the cup too.
Yeah.
So the whole drug testing thing became very serious very quick.
Yeah. So it's on, baby. It's on. Wish me luck. Wish me luck, arm wrestling world. It's about to be on.
So what's happening, Travis Beijing? You for real got some a Steve Kaplan meeting at 2:45, 3 o'clock.
No, 3 o'clock on the nose.
I got
Zoom call with the partners.
I got you. So what you're saying is, if it's any point in life I'm able to give you hundreds thousands of dollars, you can be on time on my meetings as well.
Oh, I will make it a priority. I will make it a priority. Boy, I tell you, I'm sore though. Man, I'm sore.
What you saw? Did you
I
agree?
got in a war with Alajon after the tournament in the after pool.
What can you explain what do you mean by war? Like what? Like
I mean, I took his hand and he was stubborn. And I ended up, it took me 40 seconds to beat him.
so what you're saying? Something happened in the after pool that doesn't even happen to you in the real tournament scenario where you're in there for 40 seconds, but somehow you want to nurture that move on the after
There
pool.
were people watching. I refused, and he had, and then I did the same thing to Gradetsky, whatever his fucking name is.
Sterling Jackson says, "Hey Hermes, what do you think? All right, thanks for your input." Travis Bagent.
Hermes Gasparini.
Hey, you retrieved from that one pretty good because in the second one he was about to whoop that ass.
Really? Did he act like he didn't like it?
I mean,
Oh no, no, you don't
if you all hear it, you're like, hey, you better stop now. You're like, Ernest, I
like
understand.
Oh man, it was so funny how powerful I feel around Hermes. Crazy.
I'm assuming there was an arm wrestling table in the commentating booth.
No, no table, just all about life. You know what I mean? Like,
All about who's the most self-aware type of thing.
plus, even being in the booth with me is intimidating. I think, right? I mean, if you've heard me in the booth, I'm always quick to say something about my partner. So you already
Yeah,
gotta
I
be
mean,
like,
I'm not arguing with that. I wonder from Hermes' perspective, like, that is he like more like because of even him like translating himself, like is ignorance is bliss at his point, or does he know like, oh fuck, I don't have like so much space to walk on over here?
yeah, I don't know. I think it was a tough. Yeah, I don't know.
I guess by the sound of it, by how quickly he was like getting silence because he know you're about to say something fucked up and like laughing. I feel like he was aware for sure that yeah, that he will always just switch it up like, oh my friend, let's talk about the table. If you think you're too funny here. So it was a good balance, you know what I mean? Like if you get too funny, he'll bring you up to like, yo, let's go to the
What
table.
about me and Mike? What about me and Michael Todd? Did we do good together?
Well, hold on. There was since we discussed it, there was a comment on the channel too about that. Let me see. The very first one, ooh, that's very harsh. So the biggest comment that we have on the yesterday's episode, dude. Hermes was the worst co-commentator in existence. Travis was great, hilarious, absolutely love it. Travis and Neil should be together all the time. So the replies are, I was in absolute tears when Travis was messing with him. So because of that, I'm glad that they had Hermes up there. Travis and Derek was good. Travis was fun, and Hermes was fun with Travis though. He'd be a disaster with anyone else. Okay.
When I cut him off the second time, boy, his face, you could have bought this moment.
Yeah, well,
Oh man, that's funny.
that's the time I'm talking about. Like, I wonder.
Shit
To be
all over.
honest, normally Travis is a terrible commentator. Too much trying
Normally.
to be funny than actually decent commentary, and at times he can't keep up the neutral. But this time it was much, much better. Still a long way to go, though. A long way to go, Travis Bagent.
Yeah, I mean, I'll guarantee it. I'm a long way from being a real commentator, but I have arrived when it comes to doing exactly what I told you I was going to do.
The French Reaper, I think everybody here is right. At first, Aramis was terrible, which is normal. He never commentated. He's passionate, and you could tell he put the effort. So his third commentary was decent, then he became a good co-commentator. Yeah, so basically, in summary of this, you cannot make anybody happy. Y'all are crazy.
Hey, did you got rid of the Paul Talbot match? Didn't work out?
No. It's just like I wanna push like the confirmed flyer, but you know what? We messed up. There's no entry fee on that flyer yet.
Okay, and
What?
I think we should get rid of the 242s.
So that's the one you okay with a bunch of small ones? You don't want to get rid of
Yeah,
like
yeah, I
number
love the
seven?
small ones. There's always a ton of little dudes that are always chicken shit anyway to pull each other. So I love that they can have all their classes, but the 242 class will all but just evaporate the supers. So we don't need that.
I got you. So I'll get rid of that. And what's the entry fee?
$50 with also $10 entry fee at the door, but we will take the $10 off the entry fee if you're arm wrestle. But if you're not an arm wrestler, it's going to cost $10 to get in. Make sure that's big letters too.
That's you said $10 door fee.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm just drafted over here so I don't have to go crazy. Yeah, because well, that's because also Mountaineer have that, right? Like, so I got two things because we have like all types of people coming in. I guess one that's gonna be there. Two, you also want to make sure you at the right age, right? Like Gabriel Young type motherfuckers who would want to be there, not being 21s.
It's all good for the Mountaineer. They're a restaurant until 10 p.m.
Aha, 10 or 9.
No, there's no gambling machines in sight. So that's why the VIP has that rule. So yeah, Mountaineer's all good. You can be any age.
I guess I'm mixing. I guess I thought Mountaineer was a problem. I got you. Okay.
No, VIP is the only problem. Mountaineer's all good.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Gabriel. So everybody can come. Bring your kids, everything.
Yes, please come. Please come. $10 entry fee. Kids under the age of 16 are free, and pullers are free.
All right. Cool.
Now, the puller's going to find out that he's still going to pay the $10 at the door. But then we're going to take the $10 off his entry fee.
I have a question. Why was Bobkin in John's corner?
Yeah. It's, I don't know. I actually had a good talk with Bobkin.
Did you?
Yeah, I sat down with him and just more or less joined a partnership with him. So yeah, now I am also part owner of the Russian Arm Wrestling League as well.
He'll be in your corner now too, collecting the 25%.
Boy, poor boy. Yeah, whatever Bobkin needs for management fees, I'm in.
It's only 25%.
Yeah, I told him that I thought Devin was a dick and I was on his side about the whole thing.
Terrible.
That is the truth.
All right, so I wonder if One yours got anywhere with this, but $13.37 super chat. Actually, One yours, you should have asked that question on here. Bagent, thanks for the money shot of your side pressure table. I successfully replicated your isometric mechanical arm, and I am enamored by its effectiveness. Genius design.
My man, please send that trademark violation money right to Artem.
I think
100
the
$100
grab
a year for membership.
we appreciate you, sir. So go 1 year. Well, I feel like the amount of super chat he threw away this year, I think he's up there.
You got it. Your first 5 years is on the house. After that, you will have an annual subscription
We
of
appreciate it.
100.
So if he was asking me, I think, or somebody is, I don't know how many people replicating the thing, the length of that bar, if that's 10 inches or 10 and a half. And I'm like, dude, the one that attaches to the handle. And I'm like, dude, whatever the average forearm is, minus like the carabiner and the handle attachment, right? Like it's what?
That's a good question. Hold on, I might be able to answer that question.
Oh shit! Seiko 1 years. You should have texted me that. Should ask that shit out here on the podcast. Yeah, I bet you. I bet you. So, without being funny about it, I think Bobkin's just like a fan of John and Nolan John. And the thing, I mean, John doesn't need the manager or give his money to anybody. So, I bet you Bobkin is just a fan, right? Like, who is not a fan of John? I guess.
Let me look one more place. If not, what?
All right, because the guy said I had it with a 30. I had the width at 38 inches, and somehow I got the arm length right. Yeah. Uh, can we see the picture? What's gonna be your replications? Actually, have you made it? Have you welded it together? Like, is it the actual thing? Can we can we get
Hey,
some?
what's the size of an iPad? You know?
Dude, you holding like the one from the 80s, so I don't even know. Was it has a button.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. What the fuck do we know how long something is? I don't know.
Oh, I mean, your new phone will be a better thing, probably.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, it's two of my new phones length.
The actual bar, just by itself.
Yeah, I want to say it's 12 inches.
Really?
Because
Okay.
I think this is 8 inches. Right there's my hand.
Okay.
Right. So I think this is 4 inches, and this fucking thing is exactly this plus this. So that's
Sounds
the
a
deal.
bit more than
Hope
10.
that helps. Hope it helps.
Oh, the guy says, I knew it was 12. All right. So, but yeah, so I wonder, my guy, what happened? Did you build
But
the
you know
whole
what?
thing?
12, but there's 2 inches that it from where it connects. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's what I'm
so
saying. I figured the bar was whatever, I don't know, like almost as long as the forearm, plus the carabiner, plus the actual handle. Yeah, and I see what you're saying too.
the good thing is, no matter how long you make it, you can go all the way up to my fist or all the way down to my collarbone with the length of the distance, from the carabiner on.
Right, right. That's what I'm saying. It's
So
like the kind of
I think we could make this work if it was 11 inches, if it was
that's how
13
that's
inches.
why I was getting out of the question. Like, yeah, man, I don't know if you can go wrong exactly unless you're really trying to be my guy. Yeah, he says yes, it's a beautiful design. We appreciate it's a beautiful design. Can we know what you did? Did you build a wood version of it? Did you weld it in 48 hours? I want to see what we're working with. Like, can we sue you? Can we hire you? What's going on with this talent
Go.
of you
Combat Arms Force might want your patent.
exactly. Combat arms sport is not even as active, so you might be on a new business idea. So, all right. So Portal Dodger, $5 super chat. Travis was funny as shit messing with Hermes. Yeah. Okay. Big Grove Ghost, $5 super chat. Rumor is John's days are numbered. Bullshit aside, how does it make you feel, Travis? I feel like Travis and John have the special relationship. Speaking of B,
That's my dog. That's my dog.
so
One
what?
thing that I was very happy about is that he can't wait until the next Bears game. So I don't think it'll be over. I think he will be participating in all of our tournaments next year. Um, and it will be interesting to see how many times he goes overseas and, really puts it out there like crazy. But I mean, don't get it twisted. He's probably the fourth best arm wrestler in the United States still today. So it's a tough gig.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's an interesting. I feel like that. I mean, that question. I mean, we talked about it yesterday. Every time somebody loses, right, all of a sudden they are overrated. The days are numbered. The whatever. Uh, Somebody will bring up a losing streak, and now you're like, oh shit, I didn't know I was on the streak, man. I was just counting the money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It took John 2 years to lose as many matches that you lost in that round robin in an hour. But he's got to retire, and you're flourishing. You're up and coming.
So, and but another thing is John. I mean, not. I mean, I don't know how to bring it up, but we have retired John Zhang about 20,000 times by now, with his own words, with the crowd words, the shoulder injuries, the whatever. But I mean, as soon as some type of big money event came back, John came back. So John's still in it. I mean, maybe it's time. I don't know. Like, I mean, he always been geeking, even thrown all those crazy dudes, and he kept beating them and coming back. So I don't know if it's maybe about time we give John some type of break and give him like, I don't know. I mean, we gave him
Yeah, he
classic.
needs like 5 years off. Then when he comes back, this motherfucker will be ready to roll, boy.
Yeah, I mean, kind of we need. Unfortunately, I think unfortunately for John, Engen is so stable that John is viable to arm wrestle 10 times a year because like
And
Engen.
the truth is I'm about to call him and see if he'll come to our tournament, and Pat Nugent will make it happen because that's how awesome of a draw he is anyway. So,
What's up, Barry Board?
Barry Barn, tell Barry to be here February 24th.
February 24th. I guess same day as King of the Table. Actually, hey, that's the thumbnail for actually, because before thumbnail. So Paul One Years also goes by the real name of Andrew. Have sent me the video. So Travis, look at this. Look at this shit right here. It's a little dark, and I haven't looked at it fully, but I think I'm impressed.
Oh, there it is right there. Yeah, no problem. Yep, he got it. Yeah, he's got it. Ain't no doubt
That's
about it.
actually surprising how exactly does it look. He sent me like a picture of the parts too. So like I don't even know if his thing is like mobile and everything, but
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he needs a fat grip. That's about all he needs.
well, no. That's his first podcast in. Like maybe 10 episodes. He'll raise the weight, then put a rubber band in there, then put a fat grip. All right. Well, there's another video, but we got it. I like it. I'm pretty sure it looks good. All right, guys. Guys, if anybody want to help me out in the chat and write me up the matches that you guys know of King of the Table. If not, I'm gonna go for one I'm assuming because the matches are not announced yet, but I believe it's gonna happen like any hour now. So, Travis, I think we have a couple people that we know they're gonna pull, and one of them first match is Auden Larrett spooling Whisperer.
Nice, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna go with the Whisperer.
That's a weird one, yeah, because Whisper's like it's his eye dude like 76. Auden Auden being Devon's son and everybody hyping him up. He could be like number one guy in Canada, for all we know, but he also could be like an average dude of 98. So yeah,
Yeah, I just pulled him. I pulled him, and yeah, I think the Whisperers probably got more.
really? Okay, so yeah,
Yeah, when I pulled him, had he been pulling for 3 days every day of his life, quite possibly,
got you.
100%. So,
Yeah, I'm not
but
sure. I
I think the Whisperers. I just think the Whisperers good.
Yeah, I don't, I'm not. I like. I've pulled this Whisper, and I've had people complain to me about that. He's not as impressive as they thought, but he's also a lightweight dude. But to me, I just kind of I need to see like some kind of good quality win at that weight that he is. So
Right.
I'm going with Auden here right now. So that's gonna
Well,
start
that's
out the
because you
prediction.
always kiss Devin's ass. So that's all.
Yeah, so I'm going with Auden versus
With
Whisper.
you, it's all Team Jody and Team Devin. We got you.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's usually how the comments goes. And then when I say something opposite, the comments are like, "Yo, Arden, why you always a Devin hater? You're just like Travis." And we'll just put out some anti-jealousy video. Oh man, Travis loves Devin, man. You'll love it. So, and then if I do say like the Devin, no, well, yeah, you said it yourself. Arden wins. I'm a Jody and Devin guy. All right, Lachlan. I'm gonna assume it's Lachlan Adair and David Arabuli, the guy that beat Chance. That's the best recollection I can do to you,
I
Travis.
got you. Yeah, that guy's pretty good.
Yeah, and he got the top roll, he got that size. So that's interesting. The
Yeah,
way
I
Lachlan,
also feel like, man, Lachlan seems like he's a bad dude.
yeah, the way Lachlan's pulls right now and how he performs, and especially he has shaved his beard and he kept the mustache, takes a lot of courage too. So I'm going with Lachlan here, but that's a good one. I like it. I
Now,
like it.
if I learned one thing about being in Turkey last weekend, you always go with the foreign guy with the hard name to say. Whatever that guy's name is, I'll go with him over everybody who speaks English as a first language.
Yep. So you're going with David
Matter of
Arabul.
fact, let's just go through the whole scenario from here on out. I'll take the most foreign guy, the most Eastern Bloc,
Too much.
always first.
That's probably that's probably just as good as predicting because I feel like predicting nowadays is it's also a shit show because like every
Yeah,
match
it's
is like
impossible. It's
yeah like
impossible.
everybody wants to level up. Like we were expecting to people to level up for 5 years. Now people do it in 2 months. And it's like, yo, bro, are you
Yeah.
good? Like what's happening? Okay, so all right, so you go to beat over here. Even though you have to be careful though, that it has to matter how much does that foreign person knows English too. I feel like the more English they know, the more softer they are. If the guy needs do you think if the guy needs a translator, you know he's hard, man. Uh, I
Oh
feel like
yeah,
that has to
I do agree. I do agree. I agree.
that has to play a role because David's English is really good.
I'll
Ah.
still go with him.
I got you. All right. Well, I'm glad you threw out my variables at you. All right, what you got between not Sasha, Bacho Saganashvili versus Reno Masick, two young dudes.
Man, that's so. This is right-handed, right?
There's no hands, but we're gonna assume it is right. Yeah.
Damn, I gotta imagine that Reno's not gonna sign up for two ass whippings that close together, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll go with Reno, but that's only because I've been around Reno 3 times and Bacho once. And
Okay.
I feel like Reno's bigger than Bacho too, right?
He just looks like it. I don't know if they're both in that two. No, the him and Matushenko pool probably were like what was it
231,
231.
231.
Yeah, yeah. So he is probably. Well, dude, isn't Butcher pulled something like that at Worlds too? Fuck, yeah, I don't know, but Butcher at least was like what, like 200 pounds pulling.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, he just pulled Adam and him
Adam,
at
yeah,
either 189 or 209, one of them classes.
yeah. So yeah, That's a weird. I mean, that's a weird one. We've learned about Batcher. We know that he's crazy by what he did to Adam, and that he also, if you kept watching him after that, he get really good at WEF Worlds as well, like beating Ungarbayev, I think, left-handed. So, and obviously in Reno being crazy too, like East versus West, all the WEFs that he been killing people. So yeah, it's a
Yeah,
good.
yeah. You
Yeah.
know what? I changed my vote. Yeah, I changed my vote.
You
Fuck
going for
that.
Bacho?
Yeah, man. What am I thinking? Yeah, Bacho is the man. Plus, I don't think Reno gets juiced up, and I think Bacho is juiced up. So let's go.
Yeah, but
And I don't even know if Bacho is juiced up. I just know that he knows where to get it from. Just call Cuz. Just call Cuz. You good.
just in case he gets it, you know what I mean? Like you
Yeah,
might
I
be
ain't
on.
saying he's doing it. I'm just saying he knows where it's at.
You see in the Reno's corner is just a referee guy, so you feel safe about it. Yeah.
I don't think Reno, man. I don't think Reno's juiced up, bro. I
Well, I
could be
mean,
wrong.
I think he does rides that trainer thing. I think he's kind of open about not being. So I don't know. I didn't have 20-inch biceps at the age of 19, so I cannot.
Yeah, but it ain't. It's not weightlifter impressive at all.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, I don't know. I mean,
He does not. He does not have any bodybuilding figure that would give off any sort of illusion that he is fucking chemically enhanced. Now,
well,
maybe,
that balloon biceps not impresses you.
nah, it's not. It's not impressive when you're over there and you're around all them fucking freakazoids that are juiced up.
I got
Yeah,
you.
it's rather unimpressive, honestly.
You're right, like,
Yeah,
yo,
and then you see
what,
him
hey,
lose, and
hey,
you're
hey,
like,
and what's
then
wrong with
after you
you?
see him lose, you're even more unimpressed.
Yo, what's wrong with you twice?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was already like amazed from that you are the guy, then to find out you're not the guy, and then for me to be wondering why I didn't already know this is amazing too. After that, so it all sets in. Even Paul Lynn looked absolutely huge to me, and then once I saw Irakli's cup, it just looked like when Paul got outside, he even looked small. All of a sudden, you're like, how is this possible? It just shows you how momentum is physical, mental, visual. It's all there.
I guess you have to take a break between the announcements. A $5 super chat. Travis, is it true that NFL games are being rigged? It's all over Facebook and YouTube. One ref has already been caught, and players also.
Yeah, I do not think so, but hey, listen, you know what? I don't think so, but I know that. I know.
Yeah, it's you are the hard person to ask the question right now. You're out there like, you're too close to the devils. You're out there part of it now. So if you didn't know, you can't even say much information.
Yeah, maybe I already know it's rigged, and I'm already not even allowed to comment on
Yeah. Well, you just blink twice.
it.
Uh, okay, so who you going? You going with Bacho by the end of the day or Reno?
Bacho, yes. I don't know what I was thinking. Bacho.
Okay, next. So I think it's Tobias pulling Wagner. Am I correct here? Yeah, I guess right-handed is going to be it. Wagner
No,
and
it has to be left-handed then.
left-handed. Okay, yeah, because he
It's
just couldn't
left-handed.
be
This is a
right-handed.
good fuck. This is a good match too. And I'm gonna go with Wagner, but listen, it not only could Wagner not win, but Tobias could kill him like Hermes killed him. But I also think that I like Wagner's left.
Okay, people do well. I don't know how confident people say it's left-handed. Nothing been announced yet, but we're gonna assume it's
Yeah, it's
left-handed. Yes.
left-handed. I just watched Wagner pull right-handed and almost tear his bicep.
Yeah.
Trust me, there's no more right-handed arm wrestling at a high level for Wagner for a while.
Okay, I'm assuming that's also a match. So left-handed, who you got? Tobias?
No, I just said Wagner. I'm going with
Gotcha.
Wagner.
Okay.
Going with
So
Wagner.
people in the chat, Tobias wins. The guy has a high level left hand.
He
So
does too. He could. Yeah, he definitely could.
So does Wagner. So we'll see. I'm excited about that one. Uh, yeah, I'll go with Wagner just because it's Wagner. But I'm assuming, by seeing the stags, I'm assuming Coach Ray's pulling little Robbie Cardenstake. Have you met little Robbie, Rob's son?
Oh yeah, yeah, I met him. Yeah, cool motherfucker. I met him.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to met him in Vegas. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And where is he pulling at?
I guess they're pulling in Dubai.
Oh, in Dubai.
Yeah,
So all these matches you're telling me are Dubai, King of the Table?
it's King of the Table 10.
Oh, okay, cool. How many matches are there total?
One, two, three, four, five, six so far, and I don't see one more that should be announced. So I'm assuming 6 to 7.
Nice. Well, what a great, like he told me it was just a little hobby, but he went on and had a good match with Frode, whatever, my man, and
For the
from
Hogan.
England. So the truth is the kid's good. So
Yeah, Robbie is extremely. He has too much biceps. I feel like his arm wrestling skills. I haven't seen in a while, but I feel like he's still a little behind technically. But so much stupid bicep. Like I've seen him stonewall a lot of weird people, and I being one of them every time I come to Mississippi. So yeah, Robbie has been strong like biceps wise for a long time. And if you match up with him, somebody that's kind of like dumb enough to go there. Like I feel like he's a trouble to a lot of people. Like I feel like when we were competing Mississippi State, he will give troubles to everyone. He'll always beat me, and then Robbie Russell will just kind of cut through him because he doesn't affect anything to Robbie, like anybody else does. So yeah. So you saying they pull like an armor scenario, probably him and Frodo.
yeah, they pulled in Vegas.
Nice. Yeah, I can see that. I don't know. I don't know how much you want to give me away by your fates, but yeah, I believe that can be a killer match.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, listen, that's yeah. If it went a certain way, I would tell you there's no reason he should be in Dubai. But the
I got
truth is he's pretty fucking good. And I'm still probably imagining that Coach Ray's gonna win because of the experience, right?
yeah, he's out of for sure. Like, I bet you if Ray has never pulled him or tried pulling, with Robbie, I bet you he'll just take it kind of like a joke and might go somewhere, and he might not like couple spots. But if you're Justin, just knows what to do. Yeah, I think Coach Ray got it. But yeah, he needs to he needs to take it a little seriously.
Well, that's great. Though. That just shows you that what your pops can do for you. So that's awesome that Vitacell had such a positive influence on those groups, and they got that's exactly what life is all about. Some people get it by 20 years of working hard, and some people get it because they know the right people, baby. And I love it. I love it. And he's a good kid too. And you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
Robbie is awesome. Yeah,
yeah, he
Robbie,
really is. Yeah, he
super,
really
super,
is.
super humble.
It
Just
was
like
really, I was standing there beside him in Vegas, and then more or less, he's like, you know, there was a bit of an incident that took place, and then I'm looking over at him, and I'm like, oh man, makes you feel really comfortable about being here, and getting ready to pull, huh? He's like, oh my god. I'm like, dude, you nervous as a motherfucker, ain't you? And we start cracking up laughing. And then later on the night, once the match was over, much better nerves from the young man. So Dubai is going to be another probably anxiety-filled trip for him and his pops. So pretty cool situation.
yeah, 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 yeah. It's almost like you want to be excited for them, yeah, because you saw the nervousness there. Yeah, yeah.
And
Tough
who's
gig.
the main event? Who's the main event?
Oh, that's like we're gonna get to it, but like, yeah, it's a tough gig though. I mean, Robbie been around for a long time, but in the same time, as you said, like having like a anxiety attack there, then
Hell
now be
yeah.
on the station Dubai. Oh, it's gonna. I mean, that's gonna make it so like memorable, and it's not like just some other thing. Yeah, he gonna. That's something. Him and his dad gonna be probably proud about that.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, good things, good things. So we have Matt Mask and Derek Smith here as another match. I don't know.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I mean, Derek Smith should win that match, but man, well, how fucking amazingly awesome is Matt Mask? Like, I always absolutely love being around him, and you just can't help but wish, the best for him, and you you can't help but like appreciate how what he brings from a showman standpoint. So, yeah, I mean, I'd like to see him do good, but on the flip side, American Arm Wrestling needs for Derek to be the guy that he looks like he could be. I mean, Derek could be Alex Kradetska,
Right?
right?
Yeah.
I mean, he has, the Lord gave him that frame. It's just he maybe put a big old pussy inside his body. And hopefully that ain't true. And we see the Derek that was dominant over Tim Bresnan, um, and then also a winner at the last East First West. So yeah, I mean, I guess that we need, I like them both, but I guess I got to go with the American, right? So I'll go with Derek Smith.
And what hand is it exactly? Because
Got to be right-handed. It's got to be right-handed.
I mean, both of
Trust me.
them.
Hey, what time is it? Remember, I got to go at 2:55.
Oh, Paul Talbot messaged me today, man. We had to be careful. All of a sudden,
Paul Talbot.
every time Paul messaged me, my bank account gets smaller and smaller.
Let's go.
Paul, I can't afford one more message to him. Be careful, young man. Be
Did
careful.
we run our stream Saturday night and the East First West already be over? Or not East First West?
Yeah, it's if they start about 1 with 6 to 6, yeah, it's probably gonna be over by the time we start.
Oh, good, good. Okay, so remember, we want to get a hold of Robbie. Let's see what's up with our guy.
Robbie who? Karnstein?
No, man, not Robbie. Fuck.
Robert Kelly.
Yeah, Robert. The fuck? You acting
Yeah.
like I was being crazy for saying Rob. All right, yeah, we got to get
Because we
Robert
just talk
Kelly to
about
see if he
we
can
just talk
come.
about
See if Robert
Karnstein.
can come.
Yeah, well, Robert been watching the show and he hasn't said anything negative about it, so I'm hoping he's supporting us. So
Yeah, tell him we'll split the pay-per-view with him, me, you, and him.
yeah, and this time he already knows not to drive during nighttime and make sure he knows the cop to mention your name to this time or whatever.
Don't do any of that.
So there's one more match that has not been, it's not tagged on that thing, and people in the chat have not said it too, but we saw it in Michael Todd's thing, and I don't know if it's pushed, but I'm pretty sure Michael and Lars were supposed to be pulling, and maybe that's going to be the main
Oh
event.
yeah, yeah. Mike did say he was doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, Michael and Lars supposed to be pulling. It's not, I didn't see them in the tag thing, but maybe because it's a
Well,
main
that'll
event.
make 7 matches. That's more than normal.
That will make it 7. Well, I mean, because I don't think they're going like in all those best out of 7, so their cards usually go pretty fast. Like it's a lot faster than whatever. Plus, I feel like there's a couple people that take it forever. Like, I mean, I feel like setup with Devin and Georgi took some time too, because I remember that happened during the FAL tournament here, and I walked around and whatever score getting a change. I'm like, yeah, what's going on? Oh, just a 30-minute setup on the first round. I'm like, oh, okay, gotcha. I'll keep walking. So I think
Wow.
not having that will make it faster. See, I think they'll be way over by the time we start too.
Good. Well, we want a pay-per-view for $19.99.
Whoa, 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 whoa. They have to make sure you are wrestling, make sure whatever Paul Talbot wants just now, it's
I'm in. I'm in. And I'm getting somebody to run the tournament.
Paul is asking how much you're going to weigh for this softly planned event. Paul, don't worry about it, Paul. You tell me. Are we doing it for the rankings? Are we doing it just to test
Paul,
something?
ass whipping is coming. Don't worry about the weight.
Well, yeah, I don't know. My body's being funny. I'm waiting on the Engen's phone call to be like, all right, like 85 kilos, April or July, and I'll start my
No,
club.
no, 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 no.
Yeah,
No.
that's a tough idea. So, all right, before I move on to the super chat, what do you think, Lars, so Michael?
I always like Michael's odds all the time in the super match. I mean, listen, you can beat him, you can beat him, you can beat him. That's great. It's not easy to do it 4 rounds. And if I know Michael Todd, he ain't trying to lose. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, it could be go either way though. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I think Michael probably do well.
I think Michael got it. All right. We can let you go after a super chat, probably. Travis, huh? $5 super chat from Jason Waldron. Travis, be real. Are you gonna bring that biz back, or are you gonna keep playing Hermes snatch you up by the neck? Come on, champ.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting juiced up, even if I go back over there to commentate. But I will not get treated like that again.
Just for the
No.
personal confidence sake. I got you.
What
Well,
time? What
it
time
is
is it?
it is 2:41, so I'm gonna let you go since there's
Oh,
the super chat and we summed up the whole King of the Table card. Predictions in from what
hey,
you.
what about the dude that just arm wrestled that beat Cody Merritt and is going to that pulled with Devin Larratt in
Camille.
Vegas? When's he pulling at East First West?
He pulled Ivan, and Ivan beat him right-handed. Remember? Wasn't even a match.
He beat Ivan Matyshenko.
Yeah, Ivan beat him.
Oh, really? Wasn't close.
It wasn't. Yeah. You don't remember that?
Damn, Matyshenko. I rode to the airport with Matyshenko. Man, what a beast. Hey, go back through any of those things where I said something about him and erase all that shit.
Oh, I asked him one day, hey, you want to come on the podcast? Because we have this thing where Travis has been saying that whatever. He's like, man, I don't even remember all that. And me arm wrestling back then. I was like,
He was
yeah.
off. I mean, he's the real deal too, man. Good lord.
So I think we're out to see Camille pull somebody left-handed.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
That's probably what's going on. I mean, him and Alajan are going to be brutal because Alajan will probably snatch him inside too. But yeah, there's some type of left-handed match out to happen for him. Maybe Vitali,
Yeah.
something. Well,
All
all
righty.
right,
Sounds
man.
good.
We appreciate you, and most likely see you tomorrow or Thursday. Your
See you
Dodgers.
tomorrow.
All right, later. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on the message because I might have to go to practice tomorrow. And so we'll see. If I'm not going to the practice tomorrow daytime, gonna be here. Gonna make sure we're gonna do another episode on the Wednesday, guys. Aryan, what guys you won in 85? Oh, well, I think if you face it and like let's gonna go ahead, not even assume that my left hand is better. I guess go with the thought that my left hand does better in the super. It just does better than my right. Seems like competitively, um, lately, right hand is while just as good has issues. Doesn't have good luck, and people prepare to crazy. So let's just say it's left-handed, and probably like anybody that 85 thing. But man, not Oleg. Oleg is crazy, man, and. Look, I even take like some type of 95 challenge. Um, just also has to be lined up and shit. I'm like, it depends. I mean, depending on the time, but 85, yeah, I don't know exactly 85 who's the left-handed freak because 85 always has been going. I feel like there will be somebody like trying to attack Oleg, and that's it. Like that's the left-handed match it has been. I think right. You just dudes going crazy after Oleg, and that's why I think it's kind of hard to build up a ranking for that. And maybe I'm wrong. Did I miss something? Why is Camille in the same sentence with Alajan? We were just talking about Camille out because his right-handed performance has been kind of tricky at East versus West, right? Of losing to Ivan. So, but I bet you, what if he's a left-handed guy and he should be there? tough to pull him against Alajan because of the style. Like I think Alajan has the style they're gonna go to the press, but Camille is interesting to be seen up there nowadays. But have to bring him in a different match. That's why Alajan was brought. I was thinking like he's up there, but is Alajan gonna be a bad match? But for some type of top roller, yeah. What about Viral Dobrin? He's gonna take a hand. We'll see if he can separate it down. Sounds familiar. Let me see. Is he the guy from like Moldova or something? Um, yeah, yeah. So that could be good. I'm pretty sure we should be close to because didn't he just pulled this David again for the finals at Worlds? IRL. Yeah, I'm not quite. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So whoever won left-handed, I'm pretty sure did Viral won one hand or did he lose both hands? I'm not quite sure. So me and him just based off that because me and David have pulled and I mean it's different dates and different shape, but like I've been in the matches David both hands. Uh and I will not say that was my best or my impressive shape that day. I did beat Coach Ray, but uh viral one right, I believe. Yeah, so but we talk about left-handed. So yeah, just considering if the viral and the Vit were like in the match, I'm assuming I can be in the match too, and I guess I'm on the window, right? And we've seen what happens in the window. Like me and John Therian be in the window, like, and I've beat him before, and like that somebody comes a little too strong, and now you're losing. But you're in the match, so probably I'm assuming same thing with me and Viral, dude. Like I can probably come up there and be in a good shape and make it a match. And yeah, as you said, Marius, might take my hand and be there in the side pressure shit. That's kind of like probably a good match scenario. If I'm just losing, that's bad. But yeah, that's a good pick probably. I guess I'm trying to assume who's already been there and all those guys that lose to Oleg and they like we don't know how really good they are because they're losing to the best guy. Like we need to see them against each other. So the Bears. So yeah, I mean yeah, that's a good one. And like I don't I mean and I will wanna probably pull I mean I wanna pull Coach Ray just because we've pulled before. It's not like he's like I don't think he's like a ranked challenge but he's like a challenge for me because we have a history and it's a match that can be sold. But if like I need to look at the like world rankings things and who pulls where WF. Like I pull like I'd pull some guys that even lower, but I don't know if a lot of Europeans are kind of looking at the same thing that way, right? I feel like I'm pretty sure we always talk about the Prokopchuk is that way, right? To where he doesn't want to go outside that weight class, but that can be interesting. Like I'd pull Prokopchuk left-handed. Oh, I mean, well, me and the August were supposed to pull. It's not supposed to. We were trying to push that match because I was available to do so, and Mindy couldn't get up. Something happened. What happened? And somebody couldn't get Mindy an opponent, and that'll almost happen right-handed, but also no. So I mean, yeah, it's up for grabs. I like a lot of. I like anything left-handed except for small Oleg. If you went after super heavyweight, who you want to pull? Like Derek Smith and Matt. Anyway, left-handed, I rather pull Matt because I've got this new information that me and Matt's left-handed can be close nowadays. But yeah, I don't know how I will go if I want to go after super. I will. I mean, it's left-handed, so you just have to look. I haven't decided technically um because the top supers they're like big and grabby. Like I mean like it also just depends how much you feeling it, right? Like Cody Merritt is number one, Corey West is number two, Larrett is three, Ryan Espy is four, Michael Todd is five, Nick Stone is six, Derek Smith is seven. Oh, well, Matt Mask is not ranked. Matt Mask is in 242s. So yeah, I guess it's not even the same guys technically. Can you stop talking? Dude, I don't know. No idea. So yeah, I guess if I were to go after left hand super heavyweights, I will go with Ryan SP. Yeah, because Ryan will go inside, and there's a possibility I'm right there with Ryan, which is crazy. He's like number four guy in supers left handed. Yeah, I don't know. You know what, guys, we don't have, and that's something for maybe to talk to Chance. I don't know if, well, I don't know how many people are interested in that even, but I feel like there's got to be like overalls too for North America, right and left-handed. Obviously coming from me, but I wonder. Like, I feel like there's got because the left-handed I bet you will be funny as hell. Right-handed, some people want to fight for the number two, number three place, right? But I bet you left-handed. The problem is left-handed that not all super is going to be the top 10. While right-handed, most of them are. But like, man, I mean, Craig too, you got to step in somewhere in there. While at 200s, lots of people. So I feel like we need overalls left and right-handed in America rankings. Do you prefer same weight and increasing reps or more weight and same reps training style? Neither one of the things. If I have like a simple day, like it just there's nothing going on, just single weight, just one weight and certain amount of reps. Like, but then if you're talking about some type of progression, you always I feel like you increase the weight and you lower amount of reps. You never. I mean, that's I feel like in a simple day, it's the same weight with same reps, but you will want to maybe increase it the next time you have this type of day in your workout type thing, right? But yeah, I feel like you're the way you explaining it, it's like it's actually backwards. Nobody nobody prefers what you said. I thought it's the opposite. People will prefer increasing weight with the same amount of reps, or uh you increasing reps, but you fuck no. I mean the way you said it backwards and the way I'm trying to explain it backwards too. uh the French Reaper. I can't find a list of King of matches. Yeah, there's not. I was just going off the people that attacked and King of the Table post, and I figured this were the matches. I did not see a list of matches. I'm just kind of assuming myself. And that's where I feel, man, it just Travis had to go. But this is where interesting to kind of pinpoint, right? Like, because like East versus West is based off core sport platform, right? Like core sport comes to Turkey, brings their employees, and like they're working the whole thing, right? But I feel like now that's where core sport piggybacks of East versus West too, because the promotion literally about to start and they're 4 weeks out. Like it's and people try to replicate that, and it's a bad example, guys. There's a lot of local American tournaments that want to have a super match card and turn it into pay-per-view with the same 1 month announcements. You cannot do that on a local scenario. Like I don't know how Core Sport does it, but I can assume is that because of such a heavy crossover between East versus West, and East versus West is always pushing the matches ahead of time, and you have a crossover between the accounts, and the fans are pretty much the same. That's why I feel like core sports kind of gets away with a small card that gets pushed only 4 weeks out. Like that's the smallest amount of time for to push a pay per view. Like you cannot make it anywhere unless you're in Dubai in your core sports. Like that's you know um that's interesting, and that's why I feel like East versus West kind of pays it back to core sports, right? If I don't know, I mean, I don't know how all this relationship works, but you'll assume there's piggybacking in one way. But this is where, like, yeah, core sports gets more majority, I think, of the fans and the viewers through the actual promotion of East versus West, and people kind of fiending for the next pay per view, and kind of and knowing like, okay, like East versus West about to do the, like we kind of getting into that ecosystem type thing, but uh normal event, or I mean, not normal, like even something like the table, I feel like should be announced way before and promoted way before, but they got it under control to where I bet I mean, I don't know if they do, but because they have repeated themselves so many times, I bet you by now, like that short 4 weeks of announcements and hype kind of works out for them. Do not repeat that if you're a local guy and if you're hosting some type of first time pay per view. Like you need 2 years of that if you're that dude. Like what happened to Travis and Brandon Olcester and Ryan Bowen, I'm not Lachlan and Todd Hutchings. It's like been 2 years in the works of talking shit. And that's why the results were comparable to like kind of comparable, but they're comparable to a better card, and it's probably the best yet. No, Marius, like I'm serious. Like that's like people want to repeat Ryan Bowen's success, not realizing Ryan Bowen has success in that first pay per view they did because Lachlan and Todd hated each other. They had a story. You kind of want to go see that. You know what I mean? Because there'd been so much going on, and everybody and their mom got involved at some point. That's why people kind of flew there, paid for the pay per view, something, right? Um, and now people like there was legit drama. Like you want to see Todd and Lachlan get into a fight. Right now, people want to pay per view every little state event. Whatever. I'm not talking to my people. Like I don't know who I'm talking to, and me and Travis kind of always like, hey, let's pay per view this. Like legit, and then you're like, oh man, we only made like $500. Like, yeah, and like people hate you because they have to go to the YouTube, become a subscriber. Now they have to go unsubscribe and all that shit, and like have to figure out how the YouTube works. Like, uh, fuck, I kind of was losing the train of thought, but because of uh, fuck, because of like you do have that 2 year build up or whatever the time it really took. It's not really 2 year build up. It how much it took from the day they start talking shit to at some point something happening, and there was anticipation build up. Like I mean, if you can build up the anticipation, if you have a really hot card that you hosting, but majority of us don't. Like you don't like. I don't care how great you think your event is or your productionist and whatever like this, like, do you have them alert? Do you have all those hot names? If you don't, like, you already know, like, you're kind of like in a losing situation. But if you can build anticipation for some type of, and you have a hot match, shit, you might be able to kill it in 4 weeks. But yeah, I feel like people just don't realize all the variables when it comes to that. So that's why majority of people need more time if they have a regular card, you have 1 or 2 matches. Arjen, do you think it's time for community to really discuss the lack of athletes promoting and push athletes? I mean, I've been talking about that and discussing that since day one, right? And that's why, like, I have my coach who always tell me, like, "Hey, are you still a good relationship with Engen? Can you tell Engen that so and so like wants to be there?" And I have the conversation with Engen, and Engen gonna be like, "Oh, who the guy is?" I'm like, "Oh, harsh, harsh." I understand. I understand everybody for not knowing anybody, right? But like, you took at credits for the dudes, and lots of those European athletes have those full titles. Like they own country national champions. They are world champions, European champions, and they don't get recognized too when it comes to something like big like today, like core sports and East versus West. Like there's a lot of dudes with these legit titles that most of the people cannot even dream of acquiring, but they're not even known by the big people, right? So it's always been an issue. I've always brought it up, and it's always has been a subject, and a lot of people want to mis misinterpret the subject too. Like I'm always glad to talk about this, but I'm always going to bring it up in a soft scenario because a lot of people, like all these arguments we're talking about, they need to push or they need to push each other, whatever it is. A lot of them think like it has to be negative. It's either has to be negative. You either have to talk shit, or you have to be a clown. You have to create something. Well, I'm just not that guy. Like I need to, like yeah, no shit. Nobody is that guy. Okay, like if you're pretending to be that guy, it's even worse. So I think it has to be started even from like way like you need to take couple steps back before you talk to this athlete. It's like, dude, we don't need you to we don't need you to be nobody but yourself. Like, just update us on what's going on, what you're thinking. Like, people are kind of taking like, oh, I have to be like Ryan Bowen and like, like, no, you don't have to call people out. You don't have to be negative. You don't have to. You don't have to be nobody but yourself. Like, what you got going on? And if you cannot be self-aware enough to kind of write who you are thing and part, like uh then it's not for you, 100%. Like, sure, leave social media alone. We will not ask you of like anything, but you know you don't have to be crazy, like, but there's need to be some type of push, not push, but realization from armors all the time that like they need to do something. And nowadays, maybe beforehand, and still, as I'm saying, people have the perception of like they need to go stupid and crazy and whatever. They're like, every little platform right now has templates. Just you an arm wrestler. Least you can do post a match. Post your match. Like the bill, show us your resume. Like, because that's if you don't know if you don't use like still if you don't know if you're a bad dude or not, we're just gonna go look at your matches. Who you having matches with? Are you losing these matches? Are you winning these matches? Like, what's going on? Like, that's at least what we can do to build a perception of you. And that's the least you can do for us. Like, post a match. Who I'm talking to, right? Like, arm wrestler, body. Oh, it's important to know. There's always a body of an arm wrestler, right? There's always like some arm wrestler that's maybe good or maybe somewhat good. He has a buddy. He has a little friend that's not that good, but like really wants his friend to do good, and he wants to be in control of his social media and all, maybe help him. Do not be that friend. Do not be the friend unless your guy that you really care about really wants it. Because this is how I've seen so many people ruin the relationship or the reputation of the guy that we're talking about because how highly or how aggressive you may have been talking about your friend, right? Like it happened to Nick Stone. Like when we were hosting East versus West finals last year, uh, people in the chat were heavy on Nick Stone and how he gonna beat. Like there was a lot of like harsh comments about how Nick Stone gonna come and kill anybody. To where you wanna, you know, you're gonna you're gonna think about like, oh, like you might have to be careful. This Nick Stone guy sounds aggressive. Like whatever. Like you might not have a healthy perception all of a sudden, right? So that's already kind of throws you off. And then and unfortunately, I mean, yeah, unfortunately for Nick, I think he got like a not a good bracket, we'll say, and he got whooped to the point he did not show. Like I don't think he showed what he's truly capable of because he didn't got the opportunity. Like that was not the luck of the draw. So now you kind of looking even funnier at all his aggressive friends. No, Marius, I'm not that friend. I will never be that friend. I will be that friend if I have somebody. If I like, I'm not a. I guess I'm not. I'm not that friend. If I see that guy that hustles and does everything, I'll be a random stranger to help him out. But like, no, if I have a friend that does so good, like, I'm not gonna hype for him. I'm gonna tell him in private, like, hey, this is what you need to do, like right now, for for you to be so much better, and then I can push you around. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to push people that are not pushing themselves. You know what I mean? If you're some dude that, like, if you're like openly hobbyist or whatever, if you're openly like, man, if only we should have more time. Oh man, if I, if I wanted, like, whatever, like that excuse. Like, I'm not, I help people that can, but I'm not pushing these people over because they can't help them. They don't want to help themselves, type thing, right? So, but people who already maybe hustle in some ways and maybe they're just not efficient, I'll navigate that. But anything else, no, no. I need. I'm not. I'm not beating a dead horse in the majority of scenarios. Like, it's already down. Like, eh, I don't need another push. Somebody else. So yeah, no, no, no. I'm a friend that will make sure that I'll put you somewhere in a safe place first, and then we can go crazy off of there. But no, everybody has their own mental space. So Ariam, do you have a beef with Arm Gods? Just wondering, mate. No, no, I do not. I do not anymore. We had a miscommunication there in the parts, and Marcus apologized to me not long ago. Not that he needed to. Like, we just, well, I don't have a problem with Arm Gods. I don't have a beef with Arm Gods. Like, if Marcus have a beef with me, like, that's on him, right? So, but yeah, I don't have a beef with them. Um, yeah. From, however, from hearing what's going on in Arm Gods, and like, just not like behind the scenes, like just kind of seeing the events and how wild they are, like the idea of that to be wild. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if ever want to just genuinely like participate in, like, in a wildery. You know what I mean? Like, can that come for anybody? Like, people that just want to be chill, like, be chill, and people who's wilding out, Evan Burgoynes and everybody, like, just different category. Like, can you do a couple different things? Well, we'll see. Like, I'm excited for Craig Tuya to come out of there to pull Tom, because I kind of feel like Craig and Denise, like, I can mirror, like, them as a couple. So I feel like if they're not gonna have a good time somewhere, then I'm pretty sure that I'm not gonna have a good time somewhere either. So we'll see how they enjoy their part of their match out there in Ireland. So yeah, and if they had the good experiences as wild as people in Ireland are, and how wild Marcus is, then I'll be down. All right, you guys. I guess I wanted to wrap it up, but there's a chat asking questions, and we had a couple more minutes. Hard, and we'll be see you competing at East versus West someday. Yeah, so we either gonna see me in April. So far, kind of looks a little weak, like, as far as like my invite anywhere, like for the April one. Like, but I feel like last time, like the first time we talked about it with Engen, I feel like it'll be confirmed at the end of February. So there's time, but if nothing happens, he did says for sure July. So we'll see me there this year. Just not sure April or July. So that's why I'm like, like, I'm trying to just train and not have anything scheduled. That's what me and Paul might pull. And if nothing really like aligns, I like to just pull this Paul at any way that I'm pulling. But yeah, if like once Engen receives gives me the phone call and be like start talking about the 85, then I'll start my so I'll stop buying Hawaiian rolls. That's what I'll say. That's been the conversation this morning. Artem, you coming to Vegas February 3rd for Brandon Allen's event? Nope, nope, never was invited. Don't even know about the flyer. Don't don't know anything. Hey Artem, East West might be in the United States. Will you want to pull in that one? So it's not exact. Like I've known the conversation. It probably not be in the U.S., but will be on the western side of things. I don't I think personally, I'd rather go to Istanbul because that's like what you have been doing. Like, as if you want to go, you go out there, right? Like, you don't want you don't want to be caught in a conversation like, oh yeah, he won his match at East versus West, but the other one was in America. People had problems kicking in, and you know, like shit like that. So I think technically, like historically, because I already have been going out there, like I mentally, I rather have a match in Istanbul. I think physically, as far as winning a match, you obviously want to the United States because, like, yeah, so like, yeah, I think as far as like if, elevating my chances of winning and having a good match, yeah, America. Let's wait till July. Yeah, let's do that. But I think as far as like just like oh shit, like you need to prepare, you need to make sure like you're not jet lagging and all that. Like the importance of it and like getting that airplane right. That's not fun. Istanbul, yeah, you. I think it have to be somewhere outside of US type thing. But I'm not gonna mind it if I have to arm wrestle somebody that has to fly 30 hours. There's a couple layovers and all that. There's another thing. Like I'm trying to bring up people to United States either from the United States or from outside the countries. And there's dude, guys, flying is fairly cheap nowadays. I mean, it has been like depends on like initial location where you're going after that, because like going to like WF, going to Moldova from Orlando is anywhere from $1,400 to 24. That sounds like your normal international traveling, but in reality, like if you want to go to Italy, if you want to go to UK, all that can be done under like 650. Like, your round trip tickets type shit, right? Like can go in cheaper here and there, but do you want to handle that 30 hour, travel together, like a layover in one place, all the little stuff. So I feel like if you knew where to travel and you okay with that, but I don't want to put people through that because especially if you traveled before. You ever thought about going to WAF? Yes, that's I announced it earlier thing. Not announced, I've talked about it, I guess, on my channel, on my little live show we did. Um d- if nothing else kind of super lines up, but in the same like man, at the same time, I don't know, I start talking to people like, man, why do you need to go to WAF? Like you need to go to East versus West. She well, I think because East versus West still has WF has the people and it has the reputation. That's why I will go to WF. But yeah, there was thoughts maybe last year. There's thoughts this year, like early on. Like I'm kind of thinking about it, but man, like I'm hot about it until it's a schedule in it. So now it's like, ah, shit. Uh, it's $1,500 to fly. It's like $1,500 to fly to Moldova back and forth, right? Um, you need to go to nationals. You need to buy the uniform. So all like you spending 4 to 5K of your own money this year, just to get drug tested. Well, like it just kind of speaking in a from like Conley way, like pros, you get to pull with some bad dudes, but that's going to cost you, and you're pulling bad dudes, you're getting drug tested, and like that's kind of a too good experience you cannot get anywhere else, and that's all out of your pocket. Eh, I don't know, and but I know I'm still have a healthy perspective about WF. Like when I talk to my Russian people about it. They obviously want to be a little bit biased. Well, it's not how it is because like our team is not there anymore. Yeah, no shit. That's why it's a little bit more winnable. But there's still lots of bad dudes. It's not like IFA who's like they just give you that title once you get there. So yeah, I bet like I still have that. I don't know. I still have the respect for WF. It just from over here, it's not appealing, man. Like I went to vacation to London. That's cost like $400 for the ticket, not $1,400, and that was tiring and all that, and I had to compete. So I guess having East versus West is an option to go get my ass whooped. I can pursue that, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see how the schedule goes. We'll see. Like I don't mind it, but it's a good goal. But in reality, like man, I kind of like money too. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how the year progresses and how much they're gonna pump out the WF Nationals this year, and I'm considering. Artem, so are you busy on February 3rd? I'm technically not. Like I'm not busy, but you're in Florida right now. Yeah, I am in Florida. So like I have. I mean, I technically should be must be on Artems and Monkeys. I don't know, man. Like I know people get notifications to my thing. Like so, it's something in your end, big dog. Like I know people get notifications. So anyway, the final thought. Yeah, like I have to be I technically have to be at home that weekend, but I don't have anything like planned, and it's free. It's better for me to be home. And yeah, for me to go to Brendan Allen's event, I'm assuming that's West Coast, and it's you have to like plan for that because there's not a good flight out of Jacksonville. Have to drive to Orlando. That's 2 hours there. Park park my car for 4 days. And travel 6 hours. Probably have a beach ass layover in Denver, Colorado, to then fly to Las Vegas or whatever it is. So yeah, it's a hustle. Okay, it's not a cheap flight. Well, the price usually can be okay. The flights can be like 400 something dollars, depending on where you fly to. Like if you like took my Vegas, like 150, some Spirit or Frontier shit, right? Like, but it's always you can always find some for like 300 or something. But yeah, you can find the cheaper ones. Um, it's more like that. It's more like the timing of them and the whole travel thing. But it's not as expensive, I don't think. So, okay, so Roy, I guess I was trying to leave, but I seen you. I've been kind of seeing you comment, but now I'm reading it. Artemis, thing stands now. Who do you have, Devon or Levon? Man, yeah. So that's the one match. I want to like start out by saying like I think it's not worth predicting arm wrestling matches anymore because it's just as good as like might as well roll the dice because like people do be leveling up. Devon's matches are always hard to predict because it's always like he does an amazing job in being underdog, overdog, and all of those things. So and Levon kind of looking nice and strong, right? Looking nice and strong. So man, I guess as of right now, let's just go Levon. Let's just say Levon just because. Then no, obviously you guys. I mean, I just said that, so I'm going to be turned into a Devon hater, right? Earlier I was a Devon fan, now I'm Devon hater, so I'm going to go with Levon just so we can do the balance thing. All right, who you got between Alojan and Ivan or Ivan Matushenko? Um, Alojan is it right now. Uh, They might have pulled no. I don't know if Lujan have tried his supers or whatever the 110 class that Ivan used to ride out all the time. Do you know how much Engen is bringing in as fast as numbers for your Swiss West pay per views? I do. I do. Paul Hutchins Jr. I don't know. What if you delete the YouTube app and reinstall it again? And or undo notifications, try them on. I mean, I've posted like a short couple days ago. There's a new video gonna come out today. Uh, so let me know if you get notifications for that. But yeah, maybe delete the app and put all my notifications on and off completely. But yeah, don't make me start a whole new channel. I ain't got time for them. We have to worry about this one. Alrighty, guys. I appreciate all your questions. Starting my hiccuping by now. As I said, haven't gotten a message yet of any kind, so probably gonna be live on tomorrow, and if not, uh, and if not, yeah, I'll see you guys Thursday. Sorry, having a little brain fart. Thank you, guys. See you.